Hey guys, what's going on? It's Titan here once again and welcome back to another OP Class Setup video. Today's episode I am covering the Shieva Assault Rifle, and before we jump into all the good stuff about this weapon and attachments, I gotta say that I actually got a nuclear with this class setup that I am just about to show you guys. Now the nuclear gameplay will be for another video because it's just absolutely insane and I just want to, talk about it differently. However, in this episode I am still showing how OP the Shieva actually is, yet it is so underrated by many of us. But if you are enjoying the series, make sure to show some love by dropping a like on this video and also sharing it if it's not too much to ask, of course. Now, just as usual, you guys know the drill. Let's talk a bit about the Shieva and let's see the pros and the cons of this assault rifle. Now, the first pro is that its magazine size. It has 20 bullets without extended magazine, which is a lot, considering the fact that this weapon pretty much kills with 2 bullets like 70% of the time, and that just depends on the range. Another pro is the recoil of this assault rifle. It has minimal recoil, especially without grip, and even on longer ranges you can be really accurate with the gun since it doesn't have too much of a kickback, which makes it more controllable. Now, to the bad stuff about the Shieva, its fire rate is really slow. Just because it kills within 2 shots, usually its fire rate is way too slow for that, and it pretty much makes it balanced out with any other gun. However, we do have a solution for that, which we'll talk about when we get to the class itself. Another bad thing about the Shieva is that it has pretty good range. However, sometimes on medium to longer ranges, it does not two-shot people. On a longer range, it requires like 3 to 4 bullets depending on where you actually hit them for you to kill someone. It is pretty rare that you kill someone with 2 bullets on a really long range. So this just means that the Shieva has a pretty bad damage drop-off on long range. The last con of the Shieva is its iron sights. It is pretty terrible designed, hard to see anything if you ADS, which leads us to my next section of this video, which is the class setup itself. As usual, I will also give some alternatives to what you could use since you might have a different playstyle than mine. But as you can see on your screen right now, the first attachment that we have is the ELO sight. Now, this is straightforward. I would highly recommend using either the ELO or reflex sight on the Shieva since its iron sights makes things much more harder for you because it just blocks your vision, which can just simply confuse you. So ELO sight would be the best, at least for me. However, reflex sight is also just as amazing. The next attachment is rapid fire. If you remember what I said about the slow fire rate, well, this is exactly to encounter that. Rapid fire will make you shoot much faster, which will give you a way better TTK, or time to kill, which is really a must on this weapon. Best thing about it is that it doesn't even give you a higher recoil, which again just leaves your gun to its stable recoil state, which is minimal and controllable. The next attachment is long barrel. As I said before, the Shieva has a pretty bad damage drop-off on longer ranges. However, with long barrel, you can pretty much two-shot people just as you would on close ranges, which just makes this gun OP at close, medium, and long range at the same time, which is just insane. It is really rare when you need to put 3 bullets into someone with long barrel, so you will get at least a 90% if not more chance of killing people on any range with 2 shots. The next and last attachment is high caliber. Now, this is one of the best attachments to have on the Shieva, and the reason being is because if you shoot someone in the head, boom, it's a one-shot headshot. Doesn't matter the range, it will always be a one-shot headshot, which just makes this gun way more interesting. This will allow you to also hip fire your weapon in close range, which I did a lot, and get a random headshot out of nowhere, which pretty much makes me say that you should hip fire if someone is really close to you or in your face, because you would be surprised how many times you can headshot him. It may sound newbie, but it does work. But let's see what perks I used, and as you can see on your screen right now, the first one is Flak Jacket. This perk will allow me to stay alive when there's an explosion like a Semtex, frag grenade C4, or even a random car explosion. If you're specifically the guy who's not getting bombarded with frag grenades 24/7, then I would recommend using Afterburner perk instead, which gives you a faster thruster recharge rate, which of course would allow you to jump and slide more if you time it right. The next two perks are Fast Hands and Scavenger. Since I am not using Quick Draw, the ADS speed of the Shieva is really slow. That's why I'm using Fast Hands, since when I'm sprinting and after ADSing, I will aim down the sights much faster than I would without this perk. The last one is of course Scavenger, because I need that for getting much more ammo from the ground, from the people that I kill, just because the Shieva doesn't really have too much ammo capacity. So this is pretty much a must if you're going for a high kill streak or score streak. Now, you may notice that I wasn't using stock, and I also use stock on every single gun that I play with. However, with the Shieva, it's pretty much different. And the reason being is because you should not really be using this weapon as a rush type gun. You should probably think about this gun as a, I'm gonna chill back a little bit and move from left to right of the map and not really push into the enemy spawn way too far, because you're just gonna die. If you're staying at range, you don't really need stock to move faster while ADSing, so that is why I wasn't using stock. And just a reminder, I actually got a nuclear with the Shieva, so hopefully that should prove that this weapon is pretty much a beast. But this was today's video, guys. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching and for all the support lately on my channel. If you enjoyed, drop a like and also subscribe to my channel if you are new. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay well, stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.